That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh. One thing I know, I want your body for sure. If you can't tell, then oh well. Guess I'll just take it slow. You pour the drinks and I'll roll. You know the deal, girl, for real. Yes, welcome to the Black Intel Podcast. Dope logic, civil debate, and fly intuition. What up, y'all?
Yo, what's going on, Black Intel family? It's your boy, Real Fresh.
Yes, Real Fresh. And let's get down to business. We want to go a little bit in depth with my co-host here, Real Fresh.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Let me do that again. My brother, hey. Real Fresh.
Hey.
Yes.
Love it.
So Real, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from, man? Where?
First and foremost, man, shout out to Detroit. Yeah, Detroit in the building. I'm a Detroiter for sure.
Yes, sir. So tell us, so what side you from, man? How, you east side, you west side, how, let's just say, how did you grow up?
Well, I grew up really just a super city cat, city slicker. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, moving around. I was born on the east side, but Finkel is where I claim, you know what I'm saying? I'm a west side cat. I move like that.
Yeah.
That's how I move. But yeah, man, I take pride in just really, my whole city is my home. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
It's not really one spot I can't be at, because I moved around all over the city and stayed a little bit spot everywhere. So I'm familiar with majority of hoods, but my hood and my home, my side, that's the west. That's the west side for sure.
Yeah. You definitely move like a west sider.
100.
I'm an east sider to the core.
Hey, don't get it confused. I love the east. I go as far as to say the east turn up a little bit. The east get crazier than the west, and I think that'd be my ratchet side. That's the playground for sure.
Yes. So tell us a little bit more. Like, how was your upbringing? So you tell us you moved all around the city.
Yeah.
Tell us how did you grow up?
Well, for the most part, I had a pretty okay life. I know a lot of people have hardships, or a lot of people just want a tough story, or it make for a better story if you have some conflict. I had regular conflicts that everybody had. My moms and my pops wasn't together. Rest in peace to Pops. He done moved on.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, most definitely, man. But pretty much, they made sure I never went without. I never really had to struggle. I may not have had the best of the best, and I may have, but I feel like that built character, and I'm a very I put that on a high pedestal, your character and your morals. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm a cool breeze. Old soul, that's what I call myself.
So how did, because that's a rare quality, man, and that's
generation. I swear.
Yeah, that's a rare quality. And that's one thing that really attracted me to you is it seems like you definitely think things through. Even just seeing how you move on Facebook, seeing how you move in other arenas, I like your thought process, and I just like how you move, as you say. So
I appreciate that. That's
so how would you say, what helped develop that quality in you?
I feel like, honestly, to be able to have, I touched a lot of both sides of the fence. They say you're not really, you never want to ride the fence, but I done been up, I done been down. And not all the way down, because some people look at being down as, well, I used to stay in the hood, you know what I'm saying, over on like Woodrow Wilson, 4-family flat. Like, it was just me and moms, but you know what I'm saying, like, wasn't the biggest space, wasn't the biggest area, but I was always taught it's not where you live, it's how you live. So, you know what I'm saying? If you walk in my crib, like it's decent. Like we clean, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't mirror what was going on around me. So, you know what I'm saying? It was just a little situation where I could elevate, you know what I'm saying, my thinking. And then my parents, you know, both of them.
Right.
You know, like both of them. And Pop's OG, super smooth player. Like, man, he gave me the street game. And Mom, she built my character. She shaped and molded my character. Although both guys had a hand in it, but, you know, with Mom. So, you know. Yeah.
That's deep. So Real Fresh, you're an artist, you songwriter.
Definitely. Just a musician. I just go ahead and give me that tag.
Yeah, so
I just say musician.
Yeah, so how did you get into that?
Really? I was forced. But it ended up turning into something that I like. My pops, he sang. My mom, she sang. So naturally, I have a little voice.
I didn't know your mother sung.
I'm sorry?
I didn't know your mom sang.
Yeah, she sang. Pops, he always had the story how, I forget what concert he was at. He was at some concert and the guy pulled him up. I'm gonna have to check with her, figure out the details of this story. He dropped them stories on you. But she ended up getting on stage, blowing away the crowd. And, you know, Pops was doing his thing. He had a couple dollars, so they kind of was in a nice little setting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's somebody big, and I hate I forgot. But, yeah, she been singing in the choir and singing all her life. And Pops, he had a little tune, so they threw me in the church choir. That's where it all boils down for singers and musicians, drummers, guitar players, everybody. When you in the hood and you in the community, you at church. So, you know, it started from there.
Yeah, no doubt. So you got your little solo, and you so you got into the choir. You had your little solo. It's like, all right now.
Every Easter. Hey, shout out to them. Hey, my Pew people, shout out to them, man. They show so much love. They will, if you gonna start, you gotta start in church. They gonna build your confidence through the roof.
Yeah.
Through the roof. But yeah, man, definitely started from there.
Yeah. So like, how did like you get into like doing your own stuff, your own like songwriting and making records and stuff like that?
It took a while. I was a late bloomer as far as building a resume with my personal catalog or even a catalog with anybody else. But back in high school, shout out to Romulus High. I'm an alumni, class of 09. Shout out 100. But yeah, back then, nobody was really doing music out there, to be quite honest. And me being from the city, the older I got, the further away from the city I moved, you know. So by the time I got out there, nobody was really doing music. And I had a guy, his name was Mario. Shout out to him if he listening, you know what I'm saying? I know he done liked it. He definitely part of the Black Intel fam. But yeah, shout out to you, man.
I appreciate you, Mario.
Yeah,
peace, Mario.
Man, Mario, he me and him was going strong, you know what I'm saying, rocking real tough, you know what I'm saying, going out, messing with the ladies, just having a good time, and it became my brother. So he ended up introducing me to another guy who I ended up locking in tough with, and we actually started doing music. But it started with that, pretty much just introducing to somebody else who had the same like mind, because I went and bought some studio equipment. So Mario, me and him was working and crafting. That was when the YouTube videos was popping. So, you know what I'm saying? If you YouTube Real Fresh, you still might find a couple old videos singing.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, but it pretty much turned from that, linking up with other cats, and we started dropping mixtapes. I actually got me and a couple other people, we sang at the pep rally at the high school, and they actually started a choir around that, because we sang. So man, it was just seeing with, you know what I'm saying, with my own eyes what it could possibly do, because I just naturally sang. So I was doing it my whole life, but I never took the time to invest into really dropping tracks and projects until late. But that was pretty much it, just an introduction to somebody else who getting hip. You need a plug. Sometimes you got to get plugged.
Right. So Rel, you always, I always perceived you as having a unique perspective on relationships.
Hell yeah. I don't know why, because I can't seem to use the advice myself, but everything always clear from hindsight, on the outside looking in.
Right.
It's easy to coach, but when you actually out there on the floor running around, can't really say you got it. But yeah, I accept that though. I appreciate it too.
Yeah, so I mean, because you usually have a lot to say. Like what I guess motivates you, or let's see, how can I say it? How can I ask this? Basically, like where, for one thing, where do you get some of these ideas, like of about relationships, and even just your time where it just seems like you reflecting about how you think relationships should be? Where does that come from? Where does that come from Red?
And on some honest, totally honest, it comes from living life. It comes from experience. That's the only. When you spot bullshit for the start, they always say the first cut is the deepest. You know what I'm saying? Like. People have different lives. It's some people, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So I don't care how good you look. You done got fried one time. Somebody done hold you. You done got rejected. And it's like the first time you catch rejection, you never want that, or you toughen up like once you finally see what it really is. You know what I'm saying? So Once you finally see what something really is, nobody can really bullshit you anymore. Like,
Right.
So with relationships don't always just narrow down to strictly just, my boyfriend, my girlfriend. For one, you know what I'm saying, LGBT community, shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Shout out to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all over there is girl, guy, however. But, you know what I'm saying, a relationship is me and my brother, me and, you know what I'm saying, my neighbor. Like, relationships are everywhere. And all relationships boil down to the same factors. You know what I'm saying? How you treating the other person. Yeah. So basically, it comes from your experience of what you perceive not to do. True, and it's a balance. I feel like it's a balance. What to do, because times is not what you did, is what you didn't do. You know? And it's just really, really, my whole life is like a yin yang ball, like just a perfect balance. I need to have perfect balance. You know?